very famous investment banking. And as I mentioned before, a lot of it is terminology, getting familiar with that. And a lot of the terminology is confusing and somewhat conflicting almost. So first, what I'll talk about is, when people talk about investment banking, they usually mean investment banking function division. So an investment bank owns several functional divisions: investment banking, asset management, sales and trading, and research and control someplace. Okay. So investment banking is what we describe as advisory. So a lot of the movies will talk about being an investment banker is actually advisory business. They're broken down by products, and we'll get into more detail later. But at a high-level overview, there are product groups and there's industry groups. So you become an expert in an industry to be able to advise for that sector. The main ones: consumer products, TMT, healthcare, retail. You become an industry expert in order to advise your clients on whether it's on the product side, corporate finance, M&A, doing IPOs. Asset management. That could be for either institutional, high net worth, or even just retail. Sales and trading, usually broken down into equities, fixed income, commodities, and derivatives. And research. All these functions will have some research component to provide support for the businesses, to support the clients, and or support trading and investments for clients. So, investment bank, a lot of times means the entire organization, but investment banking is just the advisory functions, the corporate finance and the M&A. These are just some of the more well-known bulge bracket firms. After the last crisis in 2009, there's been fewer of them, and they've been merged and eaten up by other companies. But these names should look familiar. And there's a lot of middle market firms that have grown during the crisis. Specialty firms, and I think people with larger capital bases were able to figure out how to survive, as well as specialty shops. Boutiques, some of them around for quite a while. Lazard's quite well known, Jeffries, and during the crisis, the guys who survived stronger. What's interesting is actually seeing the growth and the market share increase over time of some of these boutiques. So from an industry point of view, I think a lot of these boutiques specialize and they get more personalized service for clients, and they're becoming a more important part of the business over time. So how are these firms set up? Product-wise, corporate finance, mergers and acquisitions, a lot of the tools that they use are the same, and they're broken down by different focus. Now, what you'll learn about is the tools that market participants use to talk about the value of companies, discounted cash flow modeling, comps. This is what is used to figure out the company's valuation partially. There's the example I use that I like to choose on Facebook. They came out and said $100 billion company, right? That's what Mr. Zuckerberg wanted. They didn't say 99. They didn't say 101. Magically, it's exactly $100 billion. So part of your job, if you work corporate finance or on the capital markets teams, how do you rationalize that $100 billion that Mr. Zuckerberg wants? So this is the language you use to figure out what the cash flows can be discounted to get that level, see what the comps are. But part of what you're doing is is backing into that number, because that's what Mr. Zuckerberg wants and he's the client. But you need to use the tools because that's how you convey to investors the value. You can't just go and say, well, Mark wants this number. This is why you should pay it. So, there's buy-side advisory and there's sell-side advisory, because there's always two sides to a trade. Someone's buying something, someone's selling something. They're mirror functions of each other. These are kind of broken down to 5 major steps about, okay, is this a good fit strategy-wise? Is this complementary? What are you getting from a merger, for example? Okay, if you're buying a company or buying a division, are you increasing your product line? Are you increasing your customer base? Are you increasing your geographic coverage? What's the strategic reason for this transaction? Okay. Potential investors, you have to sit there and say, what's the market for certain transactions? And it's a function of what's in fashion and where valuations are. Because it varies based on economic cycle and it varies based on industry trends. Due diligence stage is make sure that there's, first step is make sure there's no fraud. Okay, at the very least, that's what they should be doing. Number 2, they're just trying to see fit organizations. Because there's famous cases of where organizations on paper look great, but in practice, not well implemented at all. And part of it's culture just to be aware of. I think when Digital Equipment Corporation and Compaq, or Compaq and HP, excuse me, one company was focused on communicating through email, the others through voicemail. So when they merged, they almost never talked to each other because they had different ways to communicate. Something as basic as that. You get the negotiation stage and the integration stage. So, in a very high level nutshell, this is how transactions are done. So what are the different roles for people? Okay, what's the hierarchy? Generally, groups are run by managing directors, and they're the ones that have relationships with the clients. Then you have a director, where if you look at kind of the day-to-day management of the deal team, it's done by the directors. And they do the supervision for the analyst pool and the associate pool. And this is just very broad baselines, years for each stage. And the reality is that to get to managing director, there also has to be a spot also. Sometimes being at a director level, it may be 5 years, maybe 8 years, maybe 10 years, and sometimes never, just depending on what the group you are with has for options. The investment banking side, they talk about analyst pools and associate pools. So the good thing about that is oftentimes you can work on many different transactions at the same time, so just get broad experience. And I wouldn't say they're interchangeable, but their skill set is much more on a tactical basis with regard to doing research, doing the modeling.